Woo! I need to control myself. I'm just getting excited thinking about it. Music to my ears. Man, oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, we got I'm talking about some huge big time news for Alabama and Texas, two of the biggest brands in college football. Although they are two of the biggest name brands in college football, and Texas has more money than Alabama, I mean, that's just a cold hard fact. One brand has been notoriously dominating, notoriously outstanding the past 20 years, or 15 years, my fault, and the other brand, Texas, has been disappointing to say the least. It's kind of hard to imagine and fathom it's been since 2009, 14, 15 years ago, since Texas was relevant. But that is besides the point. In tonight's video, we are here to talk about the big, and I'm talking about the big time news with these two teams. If you're a Texas or Bama fan, or heck, a college football fan in general, you're going to want to check this out and see what I got to say. This topic is so big, it is so important to me at least, it is one of the only two topics we're going to talk about. It is going to be the main topic, but the other thing we're going to speak on is I was tagged in this, I was like, hey, we might as well check it out for the video. Some of the potential upsets and trap games have been released by 24/7 Sports and found it interesting. I said I found it interesting. I haven't even taken a look at the list, but I thought it'd be interesting to look at together for this video. I think you get what I'm trying to say. We're going to look at that real briefly as always. If you're new to the channel, seriously, there's a bunch of you watching, you're not subscribed. Consider joining our community. It means a lot. Helps on the channel tremendously when you subscribe. And yeah, all right, Matt, blah, 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 shut the crap up. Now without further ado, let's get into it. Real briefly, first things first, let's take a look at some of these, SEC football potential upsets and trap games from 24/7 Sports. They just posted this a few hours ago. And by the way, hope all you are having a good week. I can't believe it's already Wednesday night. I don't know what it is. Summer always feels like it goes by extremely fast. It feels like yesterday was April. Regardless of that, let's get into some football talk. The first one, and I already saw it because it was on the front page, is Tennessee and Florida. Not too sure if I could call that a trap game because this is a big time rival matchup. Well, actually, it does say right here, potential upsets and trap games, so I guess they're trying to say this could be a potential upset, which I do agree with. For the main reason, in fact, it's Tennessee and Florida. This is one of the nastiest rivalries you'll ever see in college football. Bad blood between both sides, both fan bases hate each other, so I'm always looking forward to that game. Moving along here, I haven't seen any of these. Oh, okay, Georgia and Auburn, wow. I guess, yeah, because Auburn does have Hugh Freeze. I don't know about that. Are we seriously going to give Auburn a legit chance against Georgia this year? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. I don't see it happening. I really don't. But it is going to be interesting to see Hugh Freeze against Kirby Smart. After that one, we got Alabama and A&M. And yeah, I mean, that one's always going to be up there. A&M upset Alabama a few years ago. There's bad blood with Jimbo, Nick Saban. I can see where they're coming from with that one. After that, we got, no. This is my favorite one on the list up to this point. South Kakalaki versus Georgia. I'm on the Shane Beamer hype train. What he did at the end of the season last year, it impressed me. South Carolina, they got an outstanding fan base. That team is ready to win, and you know, they do got Spencer Rattler coming back. That is one of the more underrated games that I'm looking forward to this year now that I think about it. That's a good one to have on the list. Moving along here, we got Arkansas and LSU. That really could be a trap game. Arkansas is due to get an upset here or there. Then we got A&M and Tennessee. I did not know they played this year. Unless I'm misinformed on this will be Jimbo Fisher's first matchup with Josh Heupel, correct? Be interesting to see how those fare off. Then we got, of course, come on now, why have we been throwing this on here? Alabama and Auburn. I'm not going to talk about that. Then we got A&M and Ole Miss, and yeah, LSU, Missouri. Oh wait, one more. Kentucky and South Carolina. So I assume it would be a trap game for South Carolina because they should be better than Kentucky, right? Somebody said in the comment section, I think Florida winning any SEC game is an upset, and I'm a Gator. Yeah, I hate to be that guy because I wish Florida was good. It's better for the SEC in college football when Florida is relevant, but I don't see them being too good next year. Florida's going to have a rough year, to say the least. Well, let me know your thoughts on that. I would love to talk about all those games, go into more detail, but we got to get a move on to the main topic, the main encore, the main reason you clicked onto this video. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about Texas and Alabama. 5 days ago, to be exact, actually, it might have been 6. I don't know. It's 5 or 6 days ago. I made this video right here. Texas football might be back. Seriously. It's a 13-minute video. If you haven't seen it, feel free to check it out. And on that said video, Sylvester Thompson said, "Love your show, Matt. Please cover more Texas. You're great with your breakdowns." Thank you for the kind words. And I wanted to show that comment because, yes, I would love to talk about Texas more. I would love to break them down more. I would love to talk about Texas as much as we've been talking about Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, Ohio State, and who else? USC, all the other big time schools we've been talking about. But riddle me this. Why don't we talk about Texas more on this channel? It's very simple. They're not relevant. Over the past couple of years, we make about 2-3 Texas football videos a year. That's it. They're not relevant. And when you're not relevant, nobody cares. And it's hard for me even to care myself when I know what's going to happen every single year at Texas. They're going to go 7-5, 8-4. So the Longhorn Nation, I believe that is what you call yourselves, right? Y'all are Longhorn Nation. I know y'all got a big fan base, and I actually kind of like Texas fans. And it's the same reason I like the Oklahoma fan base and the Tennessee fan base. Y'all have passionate fans. The Texas, Oklahoma, and Tennessee fan bases are some of the most passionate fan bases out there. But for my Texas fans, I'm talking to y'all because I know there's a bunch of y'all going to watch this video. You don't even care to talk about your team. I know it's hard for you guys to get excited when your football team hasn't been that great. It's hard, but I do got a feeling this year may be a little different, and different in a good way. But here's what we need to talk about. Yesterday, the breaking news and the big-time news came out that Texas and Alabama, when they play each other, it is going to be played at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. I'm going to say that again. Alabama and Texas are playing at night. This is your prime-time game and prime-time matchup, and when I heard this news, when I saw it, I can't even express how excited I was. I am so pumped up for this game, and it is 4 months away. This is what we need. Alabama, Texas going at it in a prime-time matchup. You couldn't script this any better. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy last year's game, the noon kickoff, but I just don't like noon kickoffs, I'm being honest. And maybe you guys like that, that's cool, but for me, myself, I gotta have an appetizer to get me started before my main encore. On my Saturdays, I like to get up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., drink me my nice coffee, do some research, study all the teams, look at all the games, and then I like to warm up with a nice, Penn State versus Northwestern 11 a.m. game. Then at 2:30, I like to build up a little more and watch, West Virginia and Oklahoma State. And I like to switch back and forth at 2:30, watch another big-time team play because there's normally a big-time game going on. I like to build up before that big-time night game. That's how it should be. I don't like to wake up fresh on a Saturday and it's like, oh crap, the best game's going on. You can't even build up to it and get hype. There's just something about your boys coming over, you're grilling out, you're eating food all day, talking about the big-time game that's going to come on later. There's something about it. I'm a simple man. I don't care to travel the country. I don't care to go on cruises. I don't care to see the world. That Saturday, just watching football all day, that is what life is about to me. And one of the things I look forward to the most is kicking back, relaxing, grilling some meat, chopping it up with the boys, and then watching that primetime game. I like sitting there at 1 p.m. watching two no-name teams battle it out in the third and fourth quarter, talking about, okay, what do we think is going to happen tonight? I like going on Twitter, seeing what everybody's saying leading up to the games. There's just something about a 7 p.m. kickoff. I could go on and on. I think you get my point. I hope I put that into a great perspective. And I think this year, too, with it being a late-night kickoff in Bryant-Denny Stadium, you're going to feel that electricity in the air. Man, oh man, you want to talk about one of the hottest tickets in college football? That's got to be it right there. Could you imagine being in Bryant-Denny Stadium during that Texas game when they're running out onto the field? Woo! I need to control myself. I'm just getting excited thinking about it. And this year, to go on top of that, Texas, they got a healthy Quinn Ewers. They got Xavier Worthy coming back. Man, oh man. I'm sorry. Just what a game it's going to be. All right, Matt, calm down, lock in. Let's get down to business. As far as it goes for the game itself, this might arguably be the most important game Texas has played in about 10 years. As a matter of fact, not just 10 years, but this might be the most important game Texas has played in since they played Alabama in 2009 and lost in the championship. Why do I say that? Well, because more than likely, Texas and Alabama are going to be 1-0 heading into this matchup unless something crazy happens. So with that being said, Texas being 1-0, that means they control their own destiny. Everything's on the line. But also going back to this is going to be a night game. Everybody and their mom is going to be tuning in. Every single college football fan that cares about college football will clear their schedule to watch this game. But why is it so important for Texas? Because it goes back to this. They're 1-0. They're undefeated. Their season's on the line. If they go out there and ball out against Alabama and upset Bama at Bama, I couldn't imagine the hype that's going to be around that program. If Texas beats Alabama at Bama, you might want to guarantee this and lock it in. They will be ranked as the number one team in the country. If not, top 3 for sure. Because you got to think about this, guys. If Texas beats Bama at Bama in a night game in a hostile environment, even if Texas loses another game this season, or next season, my fault, they'll still make the playoff. There's no way you can keep out an 11-1 or 12-1 Texas. No way, because we know the best win you can have in college football is beating Alabama. There's something about saying, hey man, we beat Alabama with Nick Saban. There's just some stigma around it. Can Georgia get to that level? Yes, and they're actually really close to that level, but I need to see them do it a little bit longer like Nick Saban has. Take a look at these comments though. Brendan Smith said, y'all ain't ready for this Quinn Ewers legacy performance. Interesting. You know why that's interesting? Because last time Quinn Ewers played Bama, we saw what happened. I tell you this much, as a Bama fan myself, watching Quinn Ewers in that first quarter, I thought he was a second coming of freaking Patrick Mahomes. He was unreal. It's unfortunate for the game itself that he got hurt, because who knows what would have happened after that. And I already know all these Texas fans are going to say, Matt, if Quinn Ewers stays in that game, Texas is going to win. And yes, if he continued to play like that, they would have won the game. It wouldn't have even been close. But here's always my counter argument, and I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Everybody just assumes that Ewers would have continued to play good. Heck, you don't know if Ewers would have got cocky in the second half. He goes out there and throws a couple INTs. You never know what could have happened. I'm not going to play this what-if game. Injuries are part of the game. Texas, you should have won the game even with Ewers not being in there, but somehow you screwed it up. But going back to this comment, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Ewers does against Bama in Bama at night. Somebody also said, another overhyped game, taking Bama by 14 plus. Under that, Texas fans must have forgot they suck still. Y'all blank win 8-5, Bama by 20. Well, here's all I'm going to say about that, and this isn't my official prediction. I'm not going to do my prediction on a game that is 4 months away. Y'all remember what happened last year, right? If you were around the channel back then, you knew it happened. I said Alabama's going to beat Texas like a drum. I said Bama's going to win by 30 points. And yeah, Texas, they made me eat my words. Here's all I'm going to say about this. This ain't my official prediction, but you can do what you want with this information. There's no way, not a single chance, I'm picking Alabama to win by more than 17 points. No way. Here's what I'm really curious to see. Last year, I felt like Texas playing Alabama, that was their Super Bowl. My thing with Steve Sarkisian in Texas is I want to see what they do also after the Bama game. Because we saw with A&M a few years ago. Yeah, A&M upset Alabama 41-38. Then what happened after that? A&M lost a couple of games. I don't just want to see if Texas can get up for this Bama game. I want to see if they can get up every single week after the Bama game. That's going to be something to pay attention to. All in all, though, I'm super excited that it's a late night game. I just can't wait, man. I can't wait. Let me know your thoughts down below. But,